peeps, it's Julian here from Tutoring, and as always, it's such a pleasure to join you. We are on question 3.1 from the 2018 Maths Lit Grade 11 Paper 1. And this question deals with reading data from a table, in particularly reading weather forecast data and answering questions about weather. So it says, study the weather forecast for Cape Town and Pretoria on the 20th of May 2018. So you can see here they've given us a forecast. So it's basically the sunrise time, and then for Cape Town and Pretoria, and then the sunset time for those two places, humidity as a percentage, visibility in miles, the maximum temperature, and precipitation. So then it says in 3.1.1, determine the visibility distance in kilometers for Pretoria. So as I said, you get visibility, which is in miles, and for Pretoria, we could read off that it is 12 miles. It did say use the formula that 1 mile equals 1,609 kilometers. So 3.1.1. So the visibility distance is equal to 12 miles. So remember, we read it off over here. Visibility, it's this row over here, and we need to read it off for Pretoria. So it's 12 miles. So now we've got 12 miles, we need to get it into kilometers. So in kilometers, this is going to be, so to convert from miles to kilometers, you can see that we need to multiply the miles by 1.609 to get it into kilometers. So it's going to be 12 miles multiplied by 1.609. Put that into your calculators and you get a distance of 19,308 kilometers. Okay, then on to the next question. Write down Cape Town's humidity as a simplified common fraction. So humidity is as a percentage. So remember, percentage means divide by 100 because it's per cent per century. Century is 100. You ever forget that? So for Cape Town, our percentage is 68. So we need to write down 3.1.2. So the humidity of CT is going to equal, so it's 68, as I said, out of 100 because it's 100%. Okay, and now it needs a simplified fraction. So you can put this in your calculator and it'll simplify it for you, or we can find a common factor in both, which would be 4 in this case. So 68 divided by 4 will be 17, and 100 divided by 4 will be 25. But you can do this in your calculators. Scientific calculators should simplify it for you. So that is the simplified fraction. Then on to the next. Express the sunset time in Cape Town in the 12-hour format. So for 3.1.3, we can see on the table it says find the sunset time. So here is the sunset, and it's for Cape Town, and you can see sunset is at 5:50. And I say 5, so it's actually at 17:50. But we know that the 17th hour in the 12-hour format is 5 o'clock. So because at noon is 12, so 1 o'clock is represented then by 13, and 2 o'clock is 14, and so on. So this is going to be represented by 5. So 1750 is the same as 0550. So that's the 12-hour format for Cape Town sunset. Okay, and then finally on to 3.1.4. It says convert the maximum temperature for Pretoria to degrees Fahrenheit. Give your final answer to the nearest whole number. And they've given you the formula for converting from degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit. So again, reading off the table, we have our maximum temperature for Pretoria, which is 17. So we can write that down. So the temperature in degrees Celsius is 17 degrees Celsius. Therefore, we're 4 degrees Fahrenheit. This is going to equal our degrees Celsius multiplied by 1,8 plus 32. We just need to sub in the 17 degrees into this degrees Celsius. So this becomes, our degrees Fahrenheit equals 17 degrees multiplied by 1.8 plus 32. Okay, so in your calculators, we get that the 17 times 1.8 is 30,6. We need to add the 32. So this becomes 62,6 degrees Fahrenheit. And remember, they did ask us to give our final answer in the nearest whole. The nearest whole we need to round up because it's 0.6. So this becomes 63 degrees Fahrenheit. And that is the final answer and concludes this question. Before I go, I just want to give a special thanks to our epic sponsors for making these videos possible. Remember to read more about them in the description below. Be sure to visit our website for more of these epic tutorials. If you can't find the answer to your question, you can always send us your question and we will respond with a personalized video just for you. Until next time, stay epic.